Hey, what is up everybody? This is Nowonshall with yet another Star Trek Fleet Command video. Today, we're going to go across the Amalgam. We're going to go across the basics of the Amalgam. And when you first get the Amalgam, you guys are going to be like, how do you get the loot to be able to refine? And what's the thought process behind it? How to maximize the loot effort and actually get the amount of loot so you can actually refine on a daily basis or a 3-day basis for the Amalgam. So let's get in the video. But before we get in the video, don't forget to like, that subscribe, that bell notification down below. Remember below that and to see more, come join my Discord. There are 3 donation links down below. We have PayPal, Cashapp, and a Venmo. PayPal and Cashapp preferred. They're both under Nowonshall. And don't forget to check out my campsite down below, which we have all my links on my social media, and don't forget to follow my Twitch. So everyone is finally getting their Amalgam, and everyone is confused of how to get your proper amount of loot or how to properly get a good amount of loot to start with. So let's actually jump into it. Let's look at crewing first. So my preferred crewing for the Amalgam is going to be this right off the bat. This is not going to be for raiding. This is going to be for getting the loot you need to actually be able to get the stuff to upgrade the Amalgam. So I'm going to use 1, then I'm going to use I believe it's 4, and I'm going to use Ston because all their abilities are to do cargo. So you have the original one right here, protects cargo by 40%. That's protected by cargo, whatever. We have 411, increases cargo size by 40%. We have another 40%. I probably can use another officer that gives it a bump, but just use this as is for now for this video. I don't want to be searching for a secondary officer to replace him. But your goal is, if you just fresh got the Amalgam, you're gonna be how do you get the loot. So we're to go onto our galaxy map. We're to go down to the right side right here, Romulan space, the area that you're not getting affected by, or the right side of, or the left side of Klingon space, where you're not affected by reputation stuff. But your first area you're gonna look at is gonna be Ricard, or vice versa in the first one, and you're going to want to find these mobs right here. So you want to find these supply chain mobs. So what your goal is, we're going to send my ship out, and your goal is going to be, your initial goal is when you have your Amalgam. So we go to the, oops, it's a refinery, not here. So we go to the refinery, we go to Amalgam, and as you see, I did mine pull, but your first goal is to get 100,000 or 200 or 500,000 of your chest. And the reason behind getting that much is to be able to, actually no, just get 100,000 right off the bat. So you just want to get this first chest. You want to get up to 100k, and once you get your first 100k, I'll tell you what happens afterwards. So we're gonna hit our first mob. So you see these mobs here, they give 9,704. So you're gonna approximately kill 10 or 11 of these mobs to get the 100k. I'll show you that so you guys are aware how it goes, and then from there we'll proceed to show the strategy on maxing your cargo out in a hourly basis. Basically, you want to be able to max the cargo out within an hour of the exo, and from there you'll be able to refine all month without having to worry about doing this over and over and over again. As you see right here, that gave me 9,000 of the plundered cargo, which that's what we want. And once we get to the 9,000 plundered cargo, or 100,000 plundered cargo, then we can actually use the exocomp, which we want to use. So let's say we fast forward through, well, now let's just go get the 10 out of the way so you guys see how it goes, how long it takes. It probably takes about 5-10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes to do it. Sometimes these systems don't have enough mobs in them, so you got to hop system to system, as you see here. Boom, 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 as far as you can go. That's what you want to do, is you want to hop to each system. And sometimes if it overloads or you too much of the cargo, you want to go back, put it back in your base, or you want to go to the opposite side of the Klingon space to be able to get the cargo that you require for the Amalgam. So right here we are at what, 3, so we're at approximately 30k right here. So we are 70k away from doing it. And from that point, once we get our 100k, then we can actually start doing the next part of your strategy to increase the amount of loot you get. So remember, the plundered cargo, plundered buff, the one you get from the exocomp, is only going to affect doing this stuff. It doesn't affect raiding, doesn't affect anything else. It just affects this right here. So that's the only thing it's going to affect for you, and that's only use for it. So you only need to get a finite amount of them, because you could do 30 days and it'll last you 9 months worth of them, give or take. So it doesn't really actually affect you that much. You just got to get 30 of them, and you could theoretically last half a year and not have to worry about getting in more of that plundered loot exocomps, and then just solely worry about doing your doing your plundered with the plundered cargo once a month or once every few months, however long it takes for you. But it makes it really easy. See, we're at 50k, and we'll just finish the system off, bring the ship back, and then we're gonna pop the plundered loot, and we'll go from there. So let's do this one. Wait for the ship to hit. See, we have another one here. So we have that one left in the system, but I'll leave it there, and then I'll send the ship back home. 2 in the system. We might come back for the next 2 because sometimes they are finite to these mobs, so you get to hop system to system. So let's bring it back. We're at 60k, but you need 100k, so you would have to kill another 4 mobs in another system, and then you're able to do this part of it. So once you do that, you can go to your refinery, go to Amalgam, go to Plunder, buy your 1. I'm gonna buy 2 since I'm gonna do this run. Boom. Do your 1 plundered cargo, wait till your ship's home to start the next part of this mission, next part of this process, because it's time consuming, or not even time consuming. I dedicate an hour a week to do this, or till I get bored of it. So about an hour a week to do, or an hour a month to do this, and that's the best part of it because it only costs you 2 mil. The resources, some of you guys will be like, what do you mean it costs 2 mil? That's way too much. Which it honestly isn't, because it doesn't take long to do it, and the amount of time you do this, it goes quickly. Because you don't really need a PMC crew or any other crew to be able to do this. It just needs a basic crew. So as you see here, we're back at our base. Let's fix the ship. Let's pop the plunder. So plunder's gonna be all the way at the bottom of your first tree right here. You see I have 39 of them. Pop it. Boom. Why did I say reputation? Okay, it said plunder. Oof, that scared me. All right, now we send our ship out. As we see here, go back in the extra comp. We get an hour worth of it, which makes it really easy. So right now we're gonna fly in and be able to do this rather quickly. The loot's gonna start to actually jump up really quickly. Like, you don't even know, like this 9,000 is gonna turn to 1,000,000 in one hit. Like it goes really quickly. So that's what this plunder loot does, the plunder loot bonus. It's gonna be able to give you what you need to be able to do this on a rather quick basis. So we're gonna hit our first mob, which should be right here at the top of the map. As I can click right. So sometimes these things take a little bit of time. I highly suggest, if you're going to do more of this stuff, or even want to get a little faster ship, go into your territory tree, and it is going to be full impulse. This is one of my favorite bumps in the game. Gives you that little impulse buff, and you're able to fly a little bit, just a little bit quicker to get this stuff, so it's not as slow or slow to do things like with battleships, because we all know it can be painful with battleships. All right, go back to this. See, this is 10.1k. Once we hit it, we're going to see the bump instantly. So as we sit here, twiddle our thumbs, wait it out, wait till the ship actually gets there and pops it. Boom, we hit it. And once it hits, I'm gonna go to the next mob right away, since my big head is in the way of the mob. So from there, I hope we can see this. We got 1,000,000 from that one hit. So that 10k became 1,000,000 due to the extra comp buff. So it makes this really easy. Like for me, it's gonna take about 7 runs to do this, 7-8 runs, and I'll have about 7.5 mil, which is about 3 refines. But I use it, I go for the whole hour, and I actually go through the process of clearing the area out, going to the next system, clearing the area out, going to the next system, until, well, the systems run out of mobs. And I try to maximize my amount. So I usually try to go up to what, about 35 million worth of this loot. And once I hit that 35 million, that's approximately what, 2 mil every 3-4 days used for the loot. So once you get that, once you get your 2 mil, here's your 2 mil, you hit it right there, and you get your stuff to upgrade it, and then the stuff to buy the certain things like the officer pack, like the warp shards. So if we go here, oops, we go to here, we go to recruit, and we go to right here. So this is the place where you can use it, the Amalgam refinery token, have a chance getting autograph warp shards, reputation stuff, and skin shard trackers, which takes forever to accumulate to do anything actually worthwhile to do in the game. All right, guys, it is Nowonshall signing out. Don't forget to like, that, subscribe, that bell notification down or below that, and to see more, come join my Discord. Under that, it'd be 30 donation links. Remember, this is my main source of income, so if you guys do want to help me out, don't forget to donate, and don't forget to check out my campsite and all my other links listed down below. All right, guys, it is Nowonshall signing out. Peace out. Have a wonderful day.